What if the only thing standing between you and the life of your dreams is you? Not your job, not your past, not even your bank account, just the beliefs you carry in your own mind. Introduction. Welcome to AudioBookCAPS, where we break down life-changing books into powerful, no-fluff summaries to help you grow faster. Today, we're diving into You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero, a blunt, hilarious, and deeply motivating guide to kicking self-doubt to the curb and owning your power. This book isn't just another pep talk. It's a full-on wake-up call. With tough love, personal stories, and practical advice, Jen teaches you how to break free from limiting beliefs, tap into universal energy, and start living the badass life you were meant for. Whether you're stuck in a soul-sucking job, sabotaging your own success, or just tired of playing small, this book is your roadmap to radical self-belief. Let's break it down. Chapter 1. You create your own reality. All right, let's kick things off with a bold truth. Your thoughts shape your life. Seriously, Jen Sincero doesn't sugarcoat it. If your life isn't where you want it to be, chances are your mindset has something to do with it. In this first chapter, she breaks down the idea that we all live in a reality shaped by our beliefs, most of which we didn't even choose consciously. Think about it. From childhood, we absorb messages from our parents, culture, and experiences. Stuff like, money is hard to come by, or you have to suffer to succeed. These beliefs run the show behind the scenes until we pause and challenge them. Jen's big point? You have the power to change your beliefs and rewrite your story. If you believe life is meant to be fun, abundant, and exciting, you'll start acting in ways that attract that. But if you believe you're stuck, unlucky, or not good enough, well, your brain will find ways to prove that, too. It's like wearing invisible glasses that color everything you see. Want a different life? Change the lens. She encourages us to get curious about the stories we tell ourselves. Are they helping or holding us back? Because once we shift our mindset, everything else follows. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You're the author. Start writing a better script. Chapter 2. Love yourself fiercely. If there's one message Jen Sincero wants to drill into your brain early on, it's this. You've got to love yourself like your life depends on it, because it kind of does. In Chapter 2, she makes it clear that self-love isn't just a feel-good Instagram quote. It's the foundation for everything else. Want more success? Healthier relationships? Greater confidence? It all starts with how you feel about you. Here's the thing. Most of us talk to ourselves in ways we'd never speak to a friend. We beat ourselves up, downplay our wins, and second-guess our worth. Jen calls that out hard. If you don't believe you're worthy, it's nearly impossible to chase big dreams or take bold action. Why? Because deep down, you'll always feel like you don't deserve it. So, what does loving yourself fiercely actually look like? It's about setting boundaries. It's about ditching toxic relationships and saying no without guilt. It's about choosing to believe in yourself, even when it feels awkward or scary. Jen reminds us that self-love isn't arrogance. It's recognizing your inherent value. And when you truly own that, the world starts to mirror it back to you. So go ahead, be your biggest cheerleader. Talk to yourself with kindness. Celebrate your wins. You are a badass, remember? Chapter 3. Identify and dismantle limiting beliefs. Ever feel like something's holding you back, but you can't quite put your finger on it? That's probably a limiting belief doing its sneaky work. In this chapter, Jen Sincero shines a light on those hidden mental blocks we all carry. Beliefs we've picked up from childhood, culture, or painful experiences that tell us things like, I'm not smart enough, money is evil, or I'll never be successful. Most of the time, we don't even realize we're thinking this way because these beliefs are buried deep in our subconscious. The problem? These thoughts become our truths, and they silently control how we act. Jen explains that if you believe success is only for other people, you won't put yourself out there. If you think relationships always end badly, you'll sabotage them before they even start. The good news? You can change your beliefs. Jen encourages us to get curious and ask ourselves, where did this belief come from? Is it even true? Once you spot a limiting belief, challenge it. Replace it with something empowering like, I am capable, or money allows me to do good things. Think of your mind like a house. Limiting beliefs are like old, ugly wallpaper. You can tear them down and redecorate anytime. You're in control. So dig deep, question everything, and rewrite the script. Because the only thing standing between you and your badass life is what you think you can't do. Chapter 4. Embrace the power of faith and the universe. Okay, so this is where Jen Sincero gets a little woo-woo, but trust me, it's the good kind. In Chapter 4, she talks about something a lot of us forget when we're grinding and stressing. Faith. Not just religious faith, but faith in something bigger. Call it God, source energy, the universe, whatever feels right for you. The key idea here is that you're not doing this life thing alone. There's a powerful force that wants to support you, but only if you let it. Jen explains that when you trust this force, when you believe that the universe has your back, you stop clinging so tightly to control. You take more risks. You follow your gut. You act as if what you want is already on its way. Think about it like this. Ever had something unexpectedly amazing happen after you finally stopped obsessing over it? That's alignment. That's the universe doing its thing. Of course, this doesn't mean you just sit back and wait. You still got to show up and take action, but from a place of belief, not fear. Jen's advice? Surrender the how. Focus on the what and the why. The universe will help with the rest. Bottom line, when you combine bold action with unshakable faith, magic happens. So loosen the grip, trust more, and believe that life wants to work out for you. Chapter 5. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Let's be real, change is scary. But in Chapter 5, Jen Sincero hits us with the truth. If you want to grow, you've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. The life you want, the goals you're dreaming about, they live outside your comfort zone. And that's exactly why it feels hard. Your brain is wired to keep you safe, not successful. So the second you try something new, fear shows up. What if I fail? What will people think? What if I'm not good enough? Jen says that's normal. In fact, it's a sign you're on the right track. She compares personal growth to going to the gym. The first time you lift weights, it's awkward and uncomfortable. But that's how your muscles grow. It's the same with your confidence, your mindset, your career. Discomfort is part of the process. The key takeaway? Don't let fear or discomfort stop you. Instead, see them as green lights. When you feel resistance, it often means you're about to break through something big. Jen's advice is simple but powerful. Do it anyway. Scared to speak up? Speak. Nervous to launch that project? Launch. The more you stretch, the more your comfort zone expands. And suddenly, what once felt terrifying becomes your new normal. So lean into the discomfort. That's where the badass version of you is waiting. Chapter 6. Money is not evil. It's a tool. Let's talk about money. Because in this chapter, Jen Sincero dives straight into one of the biggest mindset blocks out there. Thinking money is bad. So many of us grow up hearing things like, money doesn't grow on trees, rich people are greedy, or you shouldn't want too much. These beliefs get stuck in our subconscious, and before we know it, we feel guilty for wanting more money or unworthy of having it. Jen's message? Money is not evil. It's just energy. A tool. It's neutral. What matters is what you do with it. Think about it. Money in the hands of a kind, generous person can change the world. It can build schools, feed families, support dreams. But if deep down you believe that having money makes you selfish or less spiritual, you'll unconsciously push it away. You'll undercharge, overgive, and stay stuck. Jen challenges us to reframe our relationship with money. Instead of seeing it as something dirty or off limits, see it as a powerful resource that supports your badass life. You can do more good when you're not stressed about bills, right? Her advice: ditch the shame, rewrite the script, and get comfortable asking for what you're worth. Because yes, you can be spiritual and rich, kind and successful, grateful and thriving. Money isn't the enemy. Scarcity is. Chapter 7. Take massive, inspired action. Okay, so you've got the mindset, you're feeling motivated, and you believe in your badass potential. Now what? In Chapter 7, Jen Sincero delivers the next big truth. Nothing happens without action. Yep, dreaming is awesome, but without movement, it's just wishful thinking. Jen calls us out on procrastinating, overthinking, and waiting for the perfect moment. Spoiler alert: it doesn't exist. If you want to change your life, you have to start showing up and taking massive, inspired action. What does that mean? It's not about hustling 24/7 or forcing things. Inspired action feels exciting. It comes from listening to your gut, following nudges, and trusting your intuition. Maybe it's reaching out to someone, signing up for a course, or finally launching that idea you've been sitting on. Jen also reminds us it's okay to be scared. You don't have to feel 100% ready. Just start. Take the first step, then the next. The path will reveal itself as you walk it. And when resistance shows up, because it will, don't let it stop you. Most people quit right before the breakthrough. Keep going. Keep acting. Because in the end, clarity comes through action, not thinking. And the universe? It responds to energy. So get moving, show up boldly, and let your actions scream, "I'm ready." Chapter 8. Surround yourself with positive influences. You've probably heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. In Chapter 8, Jen Sincero dives deep into this idea and shows us just how true and powerful it really is. Here's the deal: the energy around you matters a lot. If you're constantly surrounded by complainers, dream crushers, and drama magnets, that negative vibe will rub off on you. Even if you're super motivated, it's tough to stay on track when you're swimming in toxic energy. Jen's advice: be intentional about your circle. Choose to hang out with people who lift you up, cheer you on, and challenge you to grow. Spend time with folks who are doing big things, thinking positively, and living in alignment with the kind of life you want. This also applies to what you consume. What kind of books are you reading? What shows are you watching? What kind of conversations are you having daily? Your brain is always listening. Feed it wisely. Now, this doesn't mean you have to ditch every friend who's going through a hard time, but it does mean you need to protect your energy. Create boundaries. Choose uplifting environments. And seek out people who remind you that you're capable of greatness. Bottom line: positive influence fuels badass transformation. So surround yourself with people and energy that match the life you're creating. Chapter 9. Gratitude accelerates transformation. In this chapter, Jen Sincero highlights one of the simplest yet most powerful tools for changing your life: gratitude. It's easy to get stuck in what's not working, what you don't have, what hasn't happened yet, what's going wrong. But Jen reminds us that focusing on lack only attracts more lack. On the flip side, focusing on what you're thankful for brings more things to be thankful for. Gratitude shifts your energy. When you start appreciating the little things, like your morning coffee, a sunny day, or even a good hair moment, you begin to feel better instantly. And when you feel better, you attract better. Jen encourages us to practice gratitude daily, not just for the big wins, but for everything. Got bills? Be grateful you have electricity. Stuck in traffic? Be grateful you have a car. It's not about ignoring your struggles. It's about choosing to see the blessings alongside them. Why does this work? Because gratitude changes your mindset from scarcity to abundance. It tells the universe, hey, I appreciate what I've got. I'm ready for more. That kind of energy is magnetic. So if you're feeling stuck or frustrated, try this. Pause and make a gratitude list. Really feel it. Watch how your mood in your life starts to shift. Gratitude isn't just a good habit. It's a superpower. Chapter 10. You already have what it takes. If you've ever caught yourself thinking, I'm not ready, or I need to be more qualified before going after your dreams, this chapter is your wake-up call. Jen Sincero reminds us loud and clear, you already have what it takes. Right now, not someday when you have more money, more skills, or more confidence. The badass version of you? She's not hiding, she's already in there. The truth is, we often wait for permission. We wait to feel more prepared, more fearless, more perfect. But Jen calls that out for what it is, a stall tactic, a clever form of self-doubt dressed up as being realistic. Here's what she wants you to know. You don't need fixing, you need unleashing. You already have the instincts, the potential, and the inner power. You just have to stop doubting it and start acting on it. Think about it like this. Babies don't wait until they're experts before they try to walk. They fall a bunch of times, but they keep trying. You got to do the same with your dreams. Jen's final encouragement? Back yourself. Bet on yourself. Trust that you've got everything you need to begin. The rest? You'll figure it out as you go. So stop waiting. Start believing. You are a badass. It's time to act like it. Conclusion. So, there you have it. You're a Badass by Jen Sincero, broken down into its most powerful truths. From shifting your mindset and breaking through limiting beliefs to taking bold action and trusting the universe, this book is like a personal pep talk for anyone ready to stop playing small and start living big. At the heart of it all is one clear message. You already have everything you need to create a life you love. You just have to believe it, act on it, and refuse to settle. But honestly, this summary is just the beginning. The full book is packed with Jen's humor, real-life stories, and straight-up truth bombs that can hit you right where you need it. If any part of this resonated with you, I highly recommend grabbing the full copy. You'll want to highlight every other sentence. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to AudioBookCAPS for more empowering book summaries, and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one. And hey, drop a comment below. What's one badass move you're committing to after hearing this? Let's cheer each other on. Thanks for watching, and remember, you are powerful. You are worthy. You are badass. Now go out there and prove it.